Good evening. A Watertown woman is in critical condition tonight after a weekend fire, which fire officials now believe was intentionally set. 7 News reporter Abby Buttacavoli is live on the scene tonight, and she spent the day today talking with that homeowner. Abby.
Yes, Jeff, I did. Holly Gaskin owns this two-family home behind me here at 129 North Orchard Street. She says she's filled with many different emotions, one of which is disbelief, if in fact someone set this house on fire intentionally.
I would hope in my heart that nobody could be that cruel or bitter or heartless, but I'm hoping that it was something benign and not intentional.
Earlier Monday, I walked around with Holly Gaskin, the owner of this duplex on North Orchard Street. Gaskin was home alone, but there were 6 other people, including a 5-year-old boy, living in the other apartment when the structure caught fire. Monday, friends of Gaskin's boarded up the windows on the burned-out home.
I'm glad to see she's okay. I mean, think of how much worse this could have been.
I feel incredibly sad and just crestfallen and kind of helpless. It's a disaster.
Gaskin said that morning she was awake on her computer.
That window up there, so I was in there.
When all of a sudden she heard shouting.
I didn't know if it was an argument, so I got closer to the wall to listen, and I heard my tenant Travis screaming, "Get out, get out."
She says she grabbed her laptop and pictures and ashes of her late mother and then thought about calling 911, but a neighbor beat her to it. 2 people had to be rescued from upstairs windows. As of Monday, a woman and her daughter were in a Syracuse hospital. The daughter is in stable condition. Her mother is critical, according to police.
I am really worried for Sharon and Karen. They're a mother and daughter, and I'm just so used to just seeing them, and now it's like I can't even get in touch with them because they lost their phones in there. Nobody even got their phones out, so I can't communicate with anybody.
As for Gaskin hoping it was not intentional, Watertown City Fire Chief Dale Herman tells 7 News the fire was incendiary in nature or intentionally set.
Investigators have determined the fire originated on the porch, and samples of the porch were taken in as evidence and being sent to the State Police Crime Lab for analysis.
If someone did set it, Gaskin wants them to know that she lives in a watchful neighborhood.
I think there was some security footage. One of the homes across the street had a camera, so if somebody set the fire, then they will be on camera.
And tonight, Jeff, Watertown police say they do have neighborhood camera footage. They'll review it and see if it produces any leads.
Abby Buttacavoli live at the scene. Thank you.
Neighbors were woken up by smoke and sirens when a fire ripped through a Watertown home early this morning. 7 News reporter Abby Buttacavoli has more.
I ran from my house and I ran down to that greenhouse.
Emily Dake had a scary wake-up call Sunday morning. She lives next door to this house, now charred, standing behind her.
There was smoke coming in my house, and my dad told me that my next door's neighbor's house was on fire, and when I went outside, it was in flames, so I had to run to my landlord's house.
Watertown fire crews responded to 129 North Orchard Street around 6:30 a.m. Harold Jobson lives down the street and was awake to see the flames.
The dog was barking, and I woke up and came outside and heard all the fire trucks coming by and just walked down the street and seen the house was ablaze.
Watertown City Fire Chief Dale Herman says the home is a duplex. 6 people live there. When crews arrived, Herman says residents were still inside. One woman used a neighbor's ladder to escape. A second woman was assisted down a neighbor's ladder by Battalion Chief Tucker Wiley.
Partway down, the ladder failed, and both the victim and Battalion Chief Wiley fell to the ground.
All 6 people inside the home were rescued. 2 of them are listed in stable condition at Upstate Medical Center in Syracuse. 1 person is at Samaritan Medical Center for observation. And this blaze coming just days before the Thanksgiving holiday.
It's a tragedy at any time, but specifically when we get to the holiday season.
The American Red Cross is assisting the 6 people involved. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Abby Buttacavoli.
Friends and families often come home for the holidays, but what if you've lost your home? That's the reality for 2 Watertown families. 7 News reporter Emily Griffin live in studio to tell us more about those 2 families who have no home for the holiday.
Jeff, in the last 2 weeks, 12 people have been displaced by fires in Watertown. I spoke with 3 of them, and they say they're not even able to think about the holidays because they're focusing on getting their lives back together.
Holly King with you, and we are talking the Christmas Crusade for Kids.
Holly Gaskin may sound cheerful on Tunes 92.5, playing Christmas music and getting listeners in the holiday spirit. But her reality is,
I feel like I'm a different person on the radio than I am in real life. I do have like some panic attacks at unexpected times that be triggered by like the smell of smoke or just even like turning on the oven burner and when the flames come up, it just like takes me back to that morning.
she's just lost her home to a fire, and she's not alone. On Sunday, Jade Stevens and Tracy Jones faced the same tragedy.
It was so surreal, like it wasn't happening.
I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it.
The fires destroyed everything, including Christmas gifts. But what the flames didn't scorch, the generosity of complete strangers.
So many people are donating to us and helping us out where they can, between household items and baby clothes and clothes for us.
I don't have really any family, so my friends are everything, and I didn't realize how many I had, and that's been one of the blessings of this.
Although this year the women can't be home for the holidays, they're thankful for the ultimate gift, their lives.
We're able to be here together and not have to worry about funeral costs on top of everything.
We lost all of the gifts and stuff, but we have each other.
Yeah.
And to help the fire victims, you can learn more by going to our website. Jeff?
WWNYTV.com. Emily.